Well, if I would have managed to hit the record button just a couple seconds earlier, the people would have seen just how abusive Fat Mac could be to your boy Pasty. Hi, folks, and welcome to Beef Sticks Podcast.
We don't care.
Where we don't care.
We care that y'all are listening to us because you're what's important. But we can still
bring you the best one again.
This is not only the best one, but this is the second best one y'all have gotten from us. Imagine that. Woo! I love it.
Second verse, same as the first. Just replay the old episode. Call it a day.
And go.
Folks. The sponsor lineup is just heating up. As we have QualiTee's T-shirt company on our side, bringing you Wilmer Mania 2, your premier middle of nowhere Minnesota wrestling show, brought to you in a school gymnasium. But it's still going to be a damn good time. Be sure to check it out.
Back in the mid-90s, late 90s, the best wrestling you found wasn't in the huge stadiums that WCW and WWE were putting out. They were in the small stadiums of ECW.
Oh, yeah.
And go farther into the early 2000s when there was no WCW, the giant stadiums that WWE was putting shows in sucked ass, but you could watch some amazing wrestling if you went to a small little show near you called either Ring of Honor or Total Nonstop Action.
Yes, actually, I remember seeing Ring of Honor in my high school gymnasium back probably about 10th grade. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's not WWE.
I know.
I was so blind back then. I didn't know. All I knew was there was fake wrestling you learn in school and real wrestling you watch on TV.
You were blinded by the light and you took off like a douche.
I did. Actually, I was really fresh into getting high back then. So that was the jam. I can't even say if I was watching wrestling in 2004. Probably.
I don't think any of us care.
No. But we do care about our sponsors, QualiTee's T-shirt company, who brings you the finest quality custom tees with sublimation heat, vinyl transfer, decals, shirts. You need them. You gotta wear them. It's the only way you can go to the store. Why not wear some fresh shit with your own designs branded on it? Or one of Beef Sticks Podcast designs. If you ask us, we will oblige. Whoo.
Definitely. For
sure. Of course, can't have one without the other. Monster Wear Clothing. My good friend Corey Matthews. Putting it down for you. Putting it to the grind. Working overtime to bring you the finest decals, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, glassware, jerseys, and many other types and styles of fabrics. What you need, he's got you covered, and he's a highly skilled cat. Bringing you custom graphics and logo design services on request. It's your one-stop shop for self-branding needs. Now, Fat Mac, why don't you tell the people about my beard?
Well, your beard is looking kind of weird, but something that could flip that and reverse it, as Missy Elliott used to say,
yes, sir,
is if you went... Exactly, as if you went to badassbeardcare.com. That's BADASSBEARDCARE.com. Check out their line of products. It is amazing. There's so much to offer. If you care about the hair that you have up there, then you will definitely want to check out this site. And I got a little something for you, Pasty. Now, this hasn't been okayed by badassbeardcare.com, and they'll probably cut their sponsorship from us. But now, this week, and this week only, if you use the promo code BeefSticksPodcast829, you'll redeem your free sample pack. It's a great way to help this podcast, and it doesn't cost you a buck, folks. That's badassbeardcare.com, promo code BeefSticksPodcast829. S2E39.
It's No Shave November, folks. You gotta keep it clean.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
And something else that wasn't happening in November was pro wrestling companies keeping their word.
Ooh, sounds like a normal occurrence in the industry.
It does now, but back in the day when people actually bet their whole company on a handshake, it used to be pretty up and up, straightforward, and honorable. But, Pasty, the date was November 9th, 1997. The location was Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And the event was Survivor Series.
Ooh, I know what this is!
Of course, the main event was a WWF Championship match pitting title holder and native hero Bret the Hitman Hart against his arch nemesis, both in real life and kayfabe, the D-Generation X leader Shawn Michaels.
I want to see a table for 3 with those two and vacant at the third chair.
It was a Montreal Screwjob, Pasty.
Yes,
it happened
it was.
This week, 22 years ago. Wow.
Glorious, glorious Screwjob, bringing Vince McMahon into the foray.
The Mr. McMahon character was pretty much born this day. Now, the issues between these two were born of jealousy, insecurity, and philosophy.
And infidelity, so I heard.
Sunny days, baby, sunny days. Michaels wanted what Hart had, but more than anything, he actually wanted the Hitman's respect. Known as one of the best workers of his time, a technician who could carry any wrestler to a good match, Bret Hart's reputation was that of a hard blue-collar worker, much like his father's. Michaels, meanwhile, was fast and loose, extremely talented, don't get me wrong, but always raw and a bit unpolished. He could really go, though, and Hart matched him step for step. It actually made for a chemistry few wrestlers have ever equaled and led to a number of classic matches. Just look up Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, and you're bound to find an amazing match.
Right, well, back then, all they were doing is drinking, doing coke, and talking shit about each other. Nowadays, all they do is sit and play video games.
Exactly. So, with Bret Hart soon leaving to rival WCW, Vince McMahon asked Bret to drop the belt at Survivor Series, where Hart was scheduled to face Michaels in Montreal. But the Canadian hero said no, he wouldn't do it. Now, fearing the worst, Vince McMahon met with close aides to figure out what to do. Fuck him, Triple H said. Triple H. If he doesn't want to do business, you do business for him. Folks, now remember, this is back in 97.
Triple H is
kind of a nobody.
Yeah.
But he was in Vince's ear. It finally came time for the match, and though many forget it due to the outcome, the two actually had an awesome back-and-forth exhibition full of emotion in front of a hot crowd that was loving every minute of it. But then, Pasty, a dark shadow fell over the ring. Shawn Michaels put Bret Hart in the sharpshooter. At one point, he actually messed up, only to have Bret Hart tell him how to fix the mistake. Little did Bret know, he was actually assisting his arch nemesis in his eventual downfall. Shortly after HBK locked in, Hebner shouted, "Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell!" Upon realizing that he had been screwed by Vince McMahon, and possibly a lot others, Bret Hart stood up, went over to the ropes, and spit right in Vince McMahon's face. He then flipped the bird to the backstage area and drew the letters WCW in the air to signify he was leaving for a rival promotion. Once he got to the back, Hart would ultimately have a confrontation where he punched McMahon right in the face, sending the WWF owner to the floor and injuring his ankle, as well as giving him a pretty nice shiner, a black eye to wear.
He's a fragile dude.
He very much is.
That now, and tearing his quads, I mean, holy shit.
that whole scenario about Brett being pissed and punching him and all this could be chalked up to folklore and wrestling history, you know,
That's
as
the
it
way
were.
it should be remembered.
But all this was actually caught on video and audio and is available in the Wrestling with Shadows documentary, which, by the way, they started this documentary without knowing any of this shit would happen. And they had the most amazing luck of videoing everything as it went down through this whole debacle. I recommend watching Wrestling with Shadows. I have it on 3 different DVDs and a VHS. It is one of the best wrestling videos you can buy.
So hit up Fatmac
Gibba.
at gmail.com and he'll send you a copy.
So, yeah, a huge part of pro wrestling history. Huge.
Yes, amazing moment.
And I didn't get the next thing yet, Pasty. So we're going to have to miss it this week. I'll get it next week. It's been a busy week.
It has. We've watched so much stuff this week, Fat Mac.
Oh, so much. So we got to get into the best reasons to watch TV this week.
Yes, to watch TV.
Yes, to watch TV. That's as we do every week, the best reasons to watch TV.
Yes, folks. Let's face it. Nobody watched wrestling this week. Disney Plus launched on Tuesday, and it set the world on fire.
Fire!
Woo! That content. It's overwhelming. It's a sea of nostalgia, and I believe to be the largest weaponized nostalgia bomb in our history.
What I think is great is even as many problems you might have streaming something or issues you might have finding that episode or it not being available, you can literally just go back to your last screen and find 3,700 other things you're happy with watching.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty amazing. And there's some surprises on there too. The other day Kirsten was watching 10 Things I Hate About You.
I seen that was on there, and that surprised me also.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's great.
Honestly, I think that is Heath Ledger's best performance. Fuck you, people who think he's the best Joker. I thought he did the best on that. Fuck A Knight's Tale too.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't watch that movie anymore though because it makes me. I just want to watch not another teen movie.
Oh, and I never watched that.
Oh God, it's the ultimate redux. Like none of those movies are good enough anymore after you've seen.
Nah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to watch that because I want them to be good. But I also love Larissa Olenek. That was kind of her last big thing, and I don't know why she never took off.
Yeah, it's weird.
So many good things. You can, like you said, nostalgia, but not only that, this weekend I plan on watching The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Oh, great shit. They got a brand new movie only available on Disney Plus, live action Lady and the Tramp, or CGI Lady and the Tramp, or I don't know. I'd have to watch it and see how they handle it.
It's not going to have the Siamese cat song. I don't know how interested I could possibly be. It's my favorite part of the movie.
Because you're racist, and we know that.
It's a good tune. It's a good jam.
I bet you love the song from Peter Pan, What Makes the Red Man Red, also. Oh, I just love that. Oh, What Makes the Red Man Red?
I was never big on Peter Pan whatsoever, so no.
Yeah, I was never big on Lady and the Tramp either. One was a tramp and the other one wasn't much of a lady.
No, they were dogs.
It'd be great though if there was another huge event going on in TV that we could watch.
I know. Did you watch Rick and Morty season 4 episode 1?
Oh, you fucking AI, dude!
All right, dude. I think it's turning around from season 3. I mean, I guess we're only getting 5 episodes.
Well, we don't know. No. They're dropping 5 and then dropping 5.
Okay.
So it's 10 still.
It's just their tagline was half the season you wanted, all the season we could handle. So, and I wouldn't get mad at them if they did that and still had something out next year. I could
I don't
settle.
care.
This episode was really good though,
it.
and I like the way it kind of resets everything, in a sense, and the full circle
and the
at the
fact
end.
that they called it out. they
Yeah.
call out that
Yeah.
it resets everything.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Fascist Morty. I love